Good evening, my people. Good evening. Welcome back to this very channel. This is Victory Channel Television. We are coming again with a mind-blowing video, and this one is still from BNG. I will not believe what I'm saying. It's like a dream. It is only in Biafra land, Igbos, precisely the Biafrans. They are the people that can curate things, even in this Africa. Yes. During the Biafra War, they were able to construct a lot of things that were destroying Nigerian army, even with their government money that they were using to buy, missiles and destructive weapons. Yet our people was able to perform. Imagine the war that lasted 3 years. They planned it to be 3 months, but this thing took 30 months. You see, that's exactly what we are saying. These people are launching another weapon. They say they are Biafran army. I don't know where they are. God only knows. And God is the one giving them courage, giving them wisdom, giving them understanding, giving them insight. Because enough of this. Our people are not looking for trouble. The only time you see people or people that look for trouble is people that leave their region from one region to another, and you go there to be causing mayhem. But we are only defensive, trying to defend our lands because the war has been brought to our doorpost. Forget about what they camouflage. They just want to deceive people and take over their land. Please, anything you can do to protect Biafra land so that it will not be taken over by Fulani, do it now. Make your contributions and let things start happening. And that's just the news. Watch to the end and you will be surprised.
BNG, dead before dishonor. BNG, dead before dishonor. Death before dishonor. Long live Biafra National Guard. Now you can see, by the grace of the Most High, School Kayama, we have just heard that we have just launched Operation Rasta Doko. Now let's watch as we show you what you need to see. And besides, this time around, I want to release, by the grace of the Most High School Kagama, what the indigenous Biafran has done. This is 16 multiple launcher by the grace of Most High. And it's known as Ijelemiza, that is Bav. Now it will happen. Now, stay tuned and let's watch.
All right, the general is about to test launch the Ijelemiza. To be tested now, and we have to give space, and as you can see, the
Alright, this is the CTF, the counter-terrorist squad unit. Now come out now for the proper thing. All right, by the grace of the Most High, let's see how it goes. One. the end of the whole thing by the grace of Most High. We thank the Most High God. This is to prove to you what Biafrans can do without any single help from anybody. We, the Biafran soldiers, have been suffering alone. By the grace of God, we have shown you our strength in preparation to defend our nation. I believe that by the grace of Most High, the Nigerian government can never withstand God. God victory comes for the Most High God alone. And the man that the cattle must be released. That man must not die. This is the final order to the Nigeria. Very soon I want to promise Biafrans all over the world that we are going to see this model very soon operating in the seas of the Biafrans for our defense. And do not panic. For we are ready and we must ensure your safety by the grace of the Most High. Thank you. At the end of everything, Biafra National Anthem present.
Oh, Biafra, land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. We have vanquished our enemies. Oh, hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In Him we trust. Shout it, sing it. Oh, hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible of scheme, we pass victorious. Our trumpet pealing, the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all have your front. All have your front. We shall always remember all that has perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be more, both day and night. Certain, always, all have your front. All have your front. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray!
Louder and mightier. Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray!
Long live the state of Biafra.
Long live Biafra National Guard!
Long live the state of Biafra.
Long live Biafra National Guard!
Long live the state of Biafra.
Long live Biafra National Guard!
Thank you so much. We thank God for everything. It is well. And remember, Biafrans, be rest assured. We are now in Biafra land.
All right, just come to the end of the program today, and Chima, you've seen what happened here today.
Yeah, that was the test drill of Ijere system multiple ballistic missile launcher, automatic. Ijere system multiple automatic launcher. We just saw the effect it will give. It's just a test drill. We wonder what it will give when it's finally approved by the Biafran engineers and scientists.
For use.
So for formal use, this is just a test drill, and it was kind of that is the
No,
Rasta
no,
rope.
I think Chima, to tell you the truth, I don't want to be
That
again.
is
This thing
kind
is
of
tested.
funky.
I wouldn't like to be here this next time this thing is tested. I felt like I was already dead. You could see the strength of this thing,
That is Rasta rope.
and it was moving the vehicle, the truck.
That is, and from information I gathered, they are going to produce this like multiple. The multiple. It's not just one of what we are seeing. What
So
is
if
going to happen if they
man.
show us another Biafran armored vehicle?
If should this thing come out, what will happen? That's
Operation
I keep-
Rasta rope. So thanks viewers for joining us. It was quite educative, enlightening, and fun to cover this epoch-making ceremony of the 1-year anniversary of the Biafran redeclaration and reusing of the flag of independence. So let's keep a date with maybe the interview with the general commanding officer.
I think the interview with the general
This is
commanding
going to
officer will
happen.
happen right away. So hopefully we can have him settled for interview.
Okay.
After
Just keep watching. Stay tuned while we
let the man himself speak.
let's get the general commanding officer, General Innocent Toji, to speak. Okay, guys, about to happen.
Okay, the preparation, they are making way for the general to. All right, welcome our viewers. As promised, we asked the general to give us the permission to speak with him and also to know his heart and most of the things we are supposed to know. As you already know, in his last speech, he made it clear, backing or establishing the justification and the legal standpoint of what he is doing, which is to defend the people of Biafra, and he backed it up with articles and charters of UN Charter, 2007 Charter, and
African Charter
on Human and People's Rights, and he made mention of sections that declared oppressed people shall have the right to free themselves. So, General, you are welcome.
Thank you.
All right, General, I want to thank you especially for giving me the opportunity to witness what is happening today as an independent journalist, and also for the trust you put in me to be invited to this very program. I'm very okay, but to be very, very sincere, I wasn't myself when this missile went off. I've been okay since all this while, but when it went off, it wasn't something I found funny or suitable, and probably wouldn't like to be where this kind of thing is happening once more. So thank you, General.
You are highly welcome.
All right, General, I would love to start with your speech. The first time you were making a speech, you went extremely emotional to the point for the first time I saw you making use of your handkerchief. What was going on your mind? Got
Alright.
emotional.
It's only the help of the Most High. I really thank God, because as I was making my speech, frankly speaking, I saw our late Field Marshal, Dim Ikembojuku, with some of the late Biafran soldiers. They appeared, I was watching them, but behold and lo, when I look at them, I saw tears of joy gushing down from my father, my late Field Marshal, Dim Ikembojuku. And as I was watching him with the tears of joy, he said unto me that all of them, that they have risen to back up for this, that has been expecting a time like this, and they believe that at the end of defending this Biafra nation, that in fact, my God, I don't know how to start, but when I saw him shedding tears, I don't even know when tears began to roll down from my cheeks, because it was terrible. Seeing them crying at the same time, rejoicing that their army, which they fought, that the army did not die, that finally the army has come to stay and the Biafra has come to stay as well. So that was why you see me going emotional like that.
Okay. Thank you, General. You seem not to be giving up. You seem not to be giving up. And last time it was a missile launch. One missile launch. Today is multiple missile launch, counting to 16. I mean, what's happening? I mean, you will not seem to be giving up.
Yes, because to die is gain. I've already said. I prefer and love to die as a freedom fighter than to die as a coward in my house. That is why I can never give up. And this is 16 multiple launcher. We have 45, we have 72, but we will not tell you how many it is, but just to let the people of Biafra know that by the grace of the Most High, that we are capable to face these people no matter whatever it is. Because with this, no jet fighter, no nothing will cross this zone. If they like, let the Nigerian government, they be, and let the war see. That's why you saw these things single-handedly, by the grace of Most High, with me and my soldiers. You can be able to put this thing, then talk more of when something is being given to us, which means if it will take us up to 1 year, maybe to restore, to finish our defending our nation, which means we can do that in next 1 month or whatever. So
Yeah, I got quite confused with this kind of thing I see here. It's not something that costs 1 naira, 2 naira, and yet, as much as I know, you don't engage in any criminal activity, and you've shown righteousness and holiness. How come this kind of project? How is it possible without people bringing money for you? Huge money, not even.
yes, because one with God is majority. He that walks with his father can never be afraid when the lions come out, because he knows that his father is there, will be there for him. Number one, all glory and thanks go to Chukwuokike Abiama, who has made it possible for us to come to this stage now. If you watch at me very well now, you see that there's nothing in me and others, because we starve almost every day to put down all these things, because we have vowed to lay down our lives that Biafrans might live. That is why, if any of our soldiers, maybe the nation send them 1 naira or 2 naira, they bring it to me, and we invest it in all these things. I've just started this plant since today. Why the thing is still moving so locomotive is because of inability of our people to understand that the army is here with them. That is why I've been struggling since over 2006. I've started planning this thing, putting things gradually to this extent. If somebody asks me 1 naira, I doesn't touch it. Because we know that we have a project. And the reason for this is that when Biafra is well defended, nobody will say, you did this, you do that, maybe it is all his own money or whatever. We are paying the price with our sweat and life. God is good to us.
But General, what do you have to say about the issue? Because some time ago, I personally read from Simon Ekpa when he announced alliance with BNG, and remarkably, I expected huge investment of cash into what BNG is doing from Simon Ekpa. But on that same note, I didn't hear any official comment from your page and over the alliance. What is actually going on? Because you've not made any comment regarding the alliance over the period he made the announcement.
All right. As I earlier said, since 2-6, I zeroed my mind to establish and build the army of Biafra that can be able to counter all the forces and weapons or whatever the Nigerian government has, and able to restore our people's students, and our people fail to understand and see. That is why I've met a lot of people with different opinions and so on, but most of the times they just think that we are coming for business or whatever. Maybe many of them are into business. So based on that fact, I decided to go on the ground and all that. That's why when somebody comes or whatever, I normally know how to approach it. Regarding to Simon Ekpa, frankly speaking, by the grace of Most High, on 2nd of August, this very year, I happened to speak with him because he had been longing to see the People's Army.
He has been pleading and searching to speak with you.
Yes, okay. Because this is not an organization. It's People's Army, the Army of Biafra. So that I have to give him audience because I'll be running here and there, other things, to make sure that some money comes in and other things. So after everything, frankly speaking, he came to identify with the People's Army because everybody is free to identify with the army by whatever he can do as a kind of sponsorship and the rest, so that all these things we do we all go well. So after everything, and he promised that by the grace of the Most High, as he can, monthly at least, that something will be dropping for soldiers' welfare. Frankly speaking, I really appreciate him and promise to sponsor. When someone comes to here and say he will partake in providing food for soldiers, and also he needs to know the bill, what it will cost, so that any amount or whatever he can have, he can invest, so he can be able to build the defense accordingly. Then after all said and done, after everything, I thanked him so much, and I pleaded at least some healers, trucks, at least 3. Apart from only him, there's other people I asked of 2 and one other thing, something like that, to be able to respond, so that when these murderous Nigerian soldiers and Fulani men are killing our people, can be able to respond. At the end of the whole thing, frankly speaking, he tried though. I won't blame him. On that August, by the grace of Most High, he gave us something. But after since then, we discussed and discussed, but what we discussed here now, my brother, just like that, you can see. And so that is why, because when I was demanding healers or whatever, some people thought that maybe I want to use the motor for it or whatever. But to make, because all these things on top, and I cannot carry it on my head. And all these things you see now, if you go to the North Korea or other people that can be able to have this thing, you know how many millions of naira it costs. I've been saving for this, including my soldiers, for a long time ago. You don't start from it now. This thing that costs millions of naira as it is now. And I know how much that goes out here. I only do this thing just to let the people of Biafra to be aware. So, Biafran army has no alliance with anybody. There are people come to identify with the army so that they can work together with the army. Then it's only when you do the needful, then the army will know that yes, because we want Biafrans to rise up and back up the army so we can go there and defend them so they will have their lives. So someone he tried for releasing that thing for once at least. He's the only one has given me maybe something for once, at least that once of August. Since then, just like that. But you know, I can't give up because I don't want to. Since I'm working with my God, God knows how to provide. He's a great provider.
All right, you speak about Hilux, and from every indication, it appears to me that you have more than one of these very 60 multiple. Like, how many do you have?
This is military, and we're about to defend. So I cannot tell you the strength of my soldiers in times of armory or whatever. You know what it means. Not that I don't have anything to defend with my territory. If I want to go out there now to do something, I will do there, do whatever I want to do and come back. But what if when I go and come back, then these people have, then the Nigerian army now have to come for assault to destroy our citizens. Then when the call came or comes, then I cannot be able to rush and defend them. You know what it is now. That's why I don't want to unleash and cause unnecessary mayhem on our people. Unless if they say they don't want to, but I have no option than at the due time we are coming out.
Okay, you while talking about Simon Ekpa, you actually thanked him, and from the indication he has shown up to you, he has shown a kind of commitment to you, but has not done what you expected him to do. Is that
not what I expected him to do? That is what he promised with his mouth. You know, I'm not a talking type. I always love to observe. So after the observing now, after giving that one, I did not see him. But I thank him for that. He has just, it's only him that has given us something. I appreciate him for that. But I believe that if he has more, he would have given. But I believe that maybe he don't have. Because I cannot pressurize him or begin to say this and that, because I believe that I have already decided and signed, because my duty is my service to defend Biafra everywhere, our territory, words and people. That's why we are going on to make sure that we build our defense in a powerful way. So
let me come in there, please. I want to answer a question on Operation Rasta Roko. I can see your men dressed in a gorilla form. So Operation Rasta Roko, does it have a duration?
Yes, Operation Rasta Roko has a direction.
Duration, when I mean duration, as in
timing to start and timing to end?
They have the direction and also the duration towards it. Because I've seen, this is 1 year after the declaration. I can see what we can be able to present to the people of Biafra, what we be doing here with our sweat. Preparing all this while over 1 year now. And by the grace of the Most High, by the next 1 year today, that will make the second anniversary, Biafran soldiers are going to celebrate our independence in national, provincial, capital territory of Biafra, being late elder.
Okay.
Another question I need to ask is,
by then, you know, what? So if our people can help us quick, we can do it.
There was an accusation against this armed force of being sponsored by DSS, federal government, but from what we are seeing and what you have said, you are virtually, or you have a personal grudge, if not an intentional grudge. You have a grudge with the Nigerian government. So what do you have to say to those who keep accusing Biafran National Guard of being a side sponsor of the federal government to distort the restoration of Biafra?
All right. You know, Bible says, you know, they call it Bible, but the real name is Mbologo. When the white man came in, they cannot pronounce the name, so they call it Bible. So the Bible says that when kingdom is divided against itself, probably it must die. They must collapse. They can never withstand. So DSS, I have nothing to do with DSS. They don't know me. I don't know them. The reason why most of the times I don't like responding all these things is I want to prove myself. As more time now, they will see us in the road doing the needful, but then they will know and judge by themselves. Seeing is believing. That's why I keep on encouraging my men with determination and the oath we have taken to restore this to restore and defend this nation, that is where we are going.
Okay.
Finally, I want you to chip in on the last raw court ruling from the Abuja Appeal Court on Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. You've always been hampering on Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and there's this kind of situation we have with pro-Biafran groups. There's always a disagreement. Have you had any form of contact? No, I know you've had a form of contact. The video is there. Do you and Mazin Nnamdi Kanu agree that a military operation can restore Biafra? Is that why you are always calling him?
I do not
Or
have.
you give your reason why you're always calling him?
I did not have any agreement with Mazin Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay.
Number one, I did not discuss anything with the military operations as you can see it now.
Yes.
That is number two. And the reason why I have that very good and huge love for Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and I swear that he must not die there.
Okay.
Frankly speaking, I'm coming out. This is why I have that love for him, is that the boldness he have in him to awaken the spirit of Biafra in the lives of our people. Only that has guaranteed that he must not die there. It is only our late Field Marshal Dim Ojukwu that handed me over this thing, and the roles you see me now playing gradually, I have it, but not what I will say, see how it goes or see how it did not go.
All right. I want to ask.
To clear things, this army, by the grace of Moses, was re-established by our late Field Marshal Dim Ojukwu, and all the instructions being given to me gradually, I am following it. Thank you.
All right.